Did you know that there are some fantastic Thai alternatives to the online services you may be using? This is Ifind Info. My name is Benjamin. Let's get started. In the last few years, Thailand has exploded with some pretty amazing startups that you can and maybe should be using. Let's start with the basics. A place to call your own. Rather than shell out all of your hard-earned dollars in deposits, key money and high rent for a good location, you can look at starting out in a co-working space. We've seen a number of these open in the last few years, but the one that stands out is Hubba. They now have 3 locations throughout Bangkok with all of the features that you'd expect. Private rooms, hot desks, event and meeting rooms and much more. But what makes Hubba stand out is the endless energy and passion for Thai startups that the CEO and founder, Kun Amrit, puts into developing the ecosystem. Not only did he co-found TechSource, Thailand's largest startup conference, but he is also a very influential voice for a number of venture capital groups in the region. So if you're just starting out and need a location to base yourself and want some amazing networking opportunities, then Hubba should be your first stop. Their pricing is around 4,000 baht per month for hot desks. However, it's worth getting in touch to find out more, as prices, I believe, vary across services and locations. Now let's talk about managing your finances. As I'm sure you're aware, balancing your books can be rather frustrating, especially when you're dealing with the antiquated banking and financial systems that are in place in Thailand. So you're going to need a service that not only understands that system, but makes sure that it's easy as possible to navigate. Flow Account is a local service that's got all of that sorted. It's an easy-to-use system that will allow you to manage inventory, track your expenses, withholding tax, create and send invoices, then send receipts and much more. One of the additional services that they provide is training and constant assistance for their users. If you have a staff member that's managing your basic bookkeeping, but their computer skills are low, you can rely on the Flow Account team to help. All for only 3,300 baht a year, which is 2 months of QuickBooks or zero, and both of those services have limited features that work in Thailand. On to local freelancers. Hiring staff, especially on a small budget with no dedicated space to work from, can be prohibitive. Add to that, ensuring that you adhere to the Thai labour laws and all of the additional costs mean the difference between profitability or not. And that doesn't change the fact that you still need to get stuff done. So hiring freelancers is the best way forward. Going to services like Fiverr or Freelancer are fine, but as soon as you need something in Thai, you're pretty much out of luck. Fast Work is a local service that has well over 3,000 freelancers with a huge range of skill sets. So you're pretty much going to find anything you need. All of the providers' descriptions and profiles are going to be in Thai, so you may need some help navigating it. But if you are going to need any services, you're going to find it there. In the perfect world, you'll have all of the money that you need, and now you've moved beyond freelancers and have in-house staff that you need to manage. Devi is your next stop. This is a tool that will automate a lot of your office management, like employee onboarding, payroll recording and other financial tracking, storing your company knowledge base, and also track your employee holidays and time off, because in Thailand it seems that there are days off every bloody week. One of the features I want to point out are workflows, where you can create an automated sequence of events. For example, when onboarding staff, you have to send emails, add them to specific channels on Slack, request information from them, send notifications to other staff to set up accesses and email accounts. This is especially helpful when you're letting staff go, so you don't forget to remove them from potentially sensitive accounts. With this tool, you can essentially manage your entire business, and the team behind it are working hard to build out many more features almost daily. This is a very well supported application, and for only $5 a month per employee, it's well worth the investment. Lastly, sending files and cloud storage. And for transparency, this tool is developed by Ifind's parent company, DSA Global, called Chotmai. Competing with Google Drive and Dropbox for cloud storage and the ability to send files, Chotmai is a cost-effective service that can hold its own against those behemoths. For the professional service, 1, it's pretty much cheaper than everything else on the market and of course has a freemium account. And 2, its major advantage, the infrastructure is local, so it is much faster. Now, if you're just sending photos or a few documents, there isn't any particular advantage to it. But when you're sending large files like videos or high-resolution graphics, Chotmai destroys the competition purely because of its speed. For only 300 baht a month, or 240 if you subscribe for a year, you get 1 terabyte of cloud storage and you can upload and share a single 20 gig file. Also, if you're a student at any university in Thailand, sign up with your university email and you'll get a 250 gig storage upgrade from the free 10 gigabyte option. So, I hope this list helps you on your way to making the next multinational business here in Thailand and that you enjoy supporting startups as much as I do. If you have any questions or you'd like me to cover any topics, please add a comment below. Thanks for watching and I'll see you next week.